Okay. So hopefully I got Jackie, Aaron, Alicia, and Rachel on the line, right?
Yes. Rachel's here.
Okay, good. All right, guys. I was saying a little earlier. I think this one will probably be a good one. I can't promise you, but I'm thinking it might get a little testy, but hey, that's okay. Anything initial before I start recording? What I've been doing is I have been recording, as you guys noticed, if you've been listening to podcasts. I will sometimes just make this part of the episode part of the episode, but it officially starts all the time once I do our little introduction. So this is like hopefully you can follow what I'm saying. If we don't get too crazy before we start our official podcast, then I'll add some stuff. I'll add some of this stuff. But if we get too damn crazy, then I ain't gonna add that. You follow what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because right. I mean, I feel you. Today I got a few more bourbons than I actually got facts in front of me. So
okay.
Got a few more bourbons.
Okay. All right. So I take.
And the fact that I'm driving, I'll make sure I don't sip too much because I'm driving.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, look, man, you got to drive and drink. You can't drink and drive.
Well, see, I got to leave that part out now. See, Jackie, I don't want to incriminate you, brother. So I'll leave that part out.
I got plans.
So I tell you what I do. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, I got a GPS call.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and do this little brief introduction, guys.
All right.
Hello. Welcome to another exciting episode of DNA Hardwired. Common sense turned upside down. My name is Pop, and with me are my co-hosts, Jackie, Aaron, Alicia, and Rachel. On our last episode, we started a discussion on romantic relationships. And as usual, we didn't get through everything we had planned. But we, you there, Rachel? You there, Rachel?
Yes.
Okay. Did I drop? Is everybody else there?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Okay. All right. All right. But like I said, we didn't.
It did kind of go out, but
Yeah, I think
the volume. I mean, you went out voice wise.
Yeah, I think I lost Rachel. I think.
But I'm back.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, she's back. Okay, we're good. But as I said, as usual, we didn't get through everything that we had planned, but we covered a lot, and in my mind, it was very informative. We got a lot of feedback that said it was too. So what we'll do this episode is we're going to continue talking about this romantic relationship thing. But before we get into it, I have to acknowledge to Jackie and Aaron, and to the listeners, because what I'm going to share now is going to reflect on what our goals are. I hope what all our goals are as far as this podcast and what we're trying to do with ourselves and the listeners. So what I want to share, brother Jackie and Aaron, is that I have to reconsider some of the things you guys have been saying about some of these ladies out there. I have to eat a little crow, but I think this is part of growth, and even at my old age, I can still learn, and so that's one of the reasons I like interacting with you guys, because you guys go ahead and you tell it like you feel. You give your opinions, and sometimes you give a lot of facts too. So I have to acknowledge. Here's what I'm going to here's what I have to acknowledge, fellas. And really,
Aaron, why did he had to stutter before he about to say he got a place?
Yeah,
I'm almost saying like, damn, did he believe what he's about to say?
See, now you see, Nikki, look, Nikki, my daughter, she's sitting right here. Look, Nikki sitting right here, and I told her, I said, you know what? Before I even get into it, Jackie and Aaron both, they're gonna say, listen to this fool. He trying to set us up. We ain't falling for that. so, so, so I understand you guys. I get it. I understand.
It may be coming from the spot that you don't want to believe what he just found out. That's all you got to think of.
No, I'll tell you, I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. You know, on our last, and it was really our last episode that really kind of brought me to this conclusion. And again, I really want to thank you, Jackie and Aaron, and also Alicia too, because she played a role in this. And it brought me to some reality concerning today's dating world. You guys know what you've been telling me about some of these women, and let me just share a couple of the points that brought it home to me from last week and even previously. One of the things that Aaron had said, he mentioned that a lot of these women out here dating, they not peaceful. He said that was one of the things he was looking for in women, right? And I have to acknowledge this first of all too. Jackie had, and both of you guys have said this in the past. Pop, you ain't been dating in 50 years. You've been out the dating world. You don't know what the hell's going on today. And I just blew that off. I just thought, hell, I don't have to be dating to see what's going on. But I got to tell you, I came to the realization, you guys are right. I'm not in the dating world. I haven't been in the dating world. And I haven't been looking at the things that you guys have been talking about from the perspective of me dating. And so, after last week's episode, I came to that conclusion. That's why I started looking into that at that way. And this one thing that you mentioned, Aaron and Jackie agreed, was that one of the first qualities that you look for in a person that you're going to date is someone who's peaceful. And I thought, damn, that I like that. I don't want to date anybody that's not peaceful. And Aaron pointed out something, and I remember this when I was dating. I applied this same rule. I just never thought about it in this way until Aaron mentioned it. Again, Jackie agreed with this. Another thing that Aaron had said was that when he starts to talk to a female, he can tell almost immediately just by the conversation whether or not she's going to be peaceful and some of these other things that he's looking for in a female. I have to agree with that. When I used to date, I used to be that way myself. And then from this peaceful standpoint thing, I got a lot of friends, female friends on Facebook, some young, some middle-aged, some older, and a lot of them are single. And I have to admit, guys, the ones that are single, the vast majority of them, if they talk about dating and men, they don't sound very peaceful. They don't sound very peaceful. So I wanted to make sure that I started this session off by acknowledging that. A couple more things, and I'm gonna be done. I'll let you guys in. Another thing that Jackie had. The thing about and we're talking about women who generally are kind of like in their 20s, 30s, 40s, somewhere in there, and possibly 50s. So that's kind of the age range that I think we're kind of looking at. Jackie had also made the comment. I agree with this too. Matter of fact, in my book, A Relationship Pocket Guide Written for Women by Men, I referenced this. But Jackie mentioned this. He's mentioned it a couple times. He mentioned it last week too. Jackie said that as a man in his 50s, he could date women older than him in his 50s and 60s, or women younger than him in their 30s, possibly 30s, 40s, 50s, with no problem. So in other words, he can go up or down. He also said that women in their 50s may not have much of a problem dating men in their 50s or up, but would have more of a difficult time dating men in their 30s or 40s. Aaron agreed, and I have to say I agree. I don't think Alicia agreed. I think Alicia didn't agree with that. And I'm almost done. I'm gonna give all you guys an opportunity to respond to this. So Alicia, you will have opportunity to respond whether or not you agreed or disagreed with that. But anyway, I think that's it. Thoughts, guys? So I'm not going to say I apologize. I'm not going to say I apologize to Jack and Aaron, but I'm going to have to tell you, I agree with you. I reconsidered. I thought about it, and you guys were right about at least those points. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
I say
I
that.
didn't expect. I didn't expect to start like this, right?
Okay.
And the reason why, like I kind of honed in on peace last week is because peaceful is something you are, whether someone is able to bring you out of that shell or not. Like if peaceful is your nature, you're going to walk away peacefully because somebody disturbed that nature in you, that portion of you. So if I can't get that, I'm gonna leave the same way I expect a peaceful woman to leave if I wasn't off. But yeah, the fact that you agreed with me kind of, I don't know if we need to do any more talks on relationships. I think I accomplished something.
Oh, you did. You did, and I'm acknowledging that. And also, brother, I'm thanking you because I think we all have blind spots in all areas of our lives. And so, even though we have blind spots, others can see those blind spots within us. And I appreciate when people point out my blind spots. So I'm thanking you and Jackie and Alicia and Rachel. I'm thanking you guys. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, that was
My
just
point. My point. I think that speaks to the underlying meaning of what the podcast is about. It's about education.
Yes.
Educating and getting information out. And so it's not about an angle of let me show you up, but there's another side. There's two sides to that coin. And you're only looking at one side of that coin. And that one side of that coin is a lot of times your anecdotal experiences with life. So someone else got a whole other set of circumstances over there, and we got to at least be willing to listen to what they have to say. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's just listening to them because they are bringing their set of experiences to the table. And if we can't acknowledge that what they're saying is true in their life, who are we? I mean, what are we doing here? Because I always say, and Aaron has heard me say this, a mind convinced against his will is of the same will still. So growth happens. I'm not gonna change in the middle of an argument. I'm gonna change and I gotta go back and listen and replay that argument in my head and what was said. That's when that change happens. So when and you just confirm that and it's with your own experience right there. You had to go back when it was quiet, reach out to your circle, have a conversation if you did, and say maybe what they're saying is not that far off. So I digress. Appreciate that.
Yeah. No. Again, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that Jackie hit on something with saying that it's two sides to the coin. And it's good that Pop realized that there was another side to that coin, but we can't jump anchor there because the problem doesn't come with that both things can be two at the same time. The problem in relationships comes when you approach a situation with the individual and all you're looking at is that one side of the coin.
Right. Right.
Gotcha. Now, I will say this. Every woman that ever didn't debate with me, she left me because I broke one of her understood rules or understood understanding. Simply put, those women I either desire communication with today or I still have communication with today.
Okay, do me a favor, Aaron, do me a favor because I think I didn't completely hear everything you said. Do me a favor and restate what you just said, please.
The women that left me because I broke one of their understood understanding peacefully are women that I either communicate with peacefully today or desire communication with today.
Gotcha.
Nobody else. Those others who you left and you paused the show, I couldn't wait for the show to be over. To think that we ever going to get these theatrics again around me, you're crazy as hell.
And that is truly understandable, and that's the way it should be. But what I'm talking about is we can all be on the same page with that. But if you meet someone and your mindset is all women are, or the majority of women deserve peace. What Jackie's favorite saying to me is the you think we're the queen? So that's the way you're approaching it. Then
And I read say that again. It's like your mouth not up to the phone. Say that again.
you tell me that the Jew think we're the queen?
Wait a minute. Say that again. My bad. My bad. I can't hear you. Say it one more time. My bad.
That the juice is not worth the squeeze.
Squeeze? Yeah, I say that all the time. I'm going to continue to say it.
Right. So I'm saying if an individual approaches every situation with that type of mindset, then you're going into it wrong. You go into it thinking that the person is going to be unpeaceful.
Here's where you get you. I'm confused.
Thank you.
I'm different after that.
Let me say this.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me say this. You can't ask men to continue to go into situations on the balance of possibility. Men are deductive problem solvers. I don't have to go through what Aaron went through to get the lesson. I can listen to him. Tell me, don't go down that road 90 miles an hour. There's a brick wall as soon as you turn that corner. I don't have to go down that 90 miles an hour and crash into that wall to understand that there's a brick wall there. Bro, let me just listen to him. I got Pop on the line. Pop is old enough to be my father. It'd be better for me to listen to him with some of this information than to sit here and just go out here and crash out. So men look at, after a while, men start looking at situations from instead of the balance of probability, a possibility to the balance of probability. What is more probable to happen than not? So that's where we are right now. Men just saying the juice is no longer worth the squeeze for a lot of situations. But go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is that you can't, just because Aaron said that at the end of this street, there's a brick wall. There's not a brick wall at the end of every street.
I'm talking about the street that we're talking about. We're not talking about every street. Now, you didn't hear me say that. Aaron?
No, you didn't say that. That's what I'm saying. But if you approach every street, Aaron told me over there on 24th Street, there's a brick wall at the end of the street. So I know that I have to drive a certain way. But he didn't say anything about 23rd Street.
I tell you what, I'm gonna be cautious on every street.
And you know what? And that's Rachel, Jackie. You guys are both making very good points. And that last statement that you just made, Jackie, and I'm thinking Rachel will probably agree with that. Be cautious, but don't go down. Don't avoid going down some of those other streets. 24th Street, you already been told what's down there, but 23rd Street, you're not sure. So when you go down 23rd Street, just be careful. And I think that's what Rachel was saying.
My eyes are wide open.
Here's what I'm going to say. If I ran into her and she was available, I go into it with the understanding that that's 106th Street. Basically, that's. I go into every situation with the understanding of I don't think two parents could have raised something I want to marry. And at this point, I have no desire to be married because marriage is beneficial for me. Like there's no situation I'm just going to get into like, I'm like this is it. Like everybody comes with a level of something I don't want to deal with. So I'll always be cool with that, what I'm saying, life partner type deal, but get married,
Yeah.
Like if she's single when I met her, there's a real good chance she's not peaceful. I didn't run into a unicorn.
Correct.
And Rachel,
if you stay around long enough, you're gonna see.
And Rachel, let me just say this. Rachel. I believe, and for the listeners too, me and Aaron has never met personally. We've never met personally. We've only met on this podcast. But I'm gonna tell you, Rachel, if the right woman came along, if the right woman, and I don't know who that woman is, but if that right woman came along for Aaron, I'm telling you this, and I'm telling Aaron this. If that right woman came along, she was peaceful, and she met all of the things that, or most of the things that Aaron might look for in a wife. I guarantee you Aaron will get married. That's just me. That's just that's all I'm saying. And I'm saying this for you, Rachel. I really don't think that Jackie or Aaron are that locked in to possibly never having a lifelong partner. Now, I'm speaking for them, so they can speak for themselves. But go ahead.
A lifelong partner, I'm with you. I don't know about through the marriage. I'm talking about marriage. It's a marriage thing. Because I've said on this podcast numerous times that marriage for the most part, it's 2026. Marriage don't benefit men like most women think it's benefits us. Like most men are okay living a scaled down life, having a 2-bedroom apartment, paying $1,500, $2,000 money rent, and living there. Most men are okay with that lifestyle. It's when you get a woman in there, she wants a house with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. She wants a foreign outside. She wants to take this trip here, this trip there, all that other stuff. And then, if you catch me cheating, after 10 to 15 years, you can take half my shit and divorce me, and divide me into children, Now, still up. Most men are saying that's a bad deal for men. It's a great deal for women because they're not. Go ahead, bro.
Bro, the reason why I think that's a bad deal for me is because the most wrong thing I can do for my kid right now is to involve my future that belongs to him. Go and tie that up into a marriage. Anything that's 50-50, I can tell you the probability is way worse. It's more 80-20, 20-80. So yeah, I'm not gonna.
So I saw. Hold on a second, brother. Hold on a second, brother. I heard this on one of these comedy movies, and I can't remember the movie, but when I say it, maybe you'll remember it. So you said 80-20. So you mean I still have a chance?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think when you go into a situation, well, let me make 2 points. One, I think when you go into the situation, looking at it that way and looking at the end before it even starts, then I can definitely understand that. And 2, personally, I believe that marriage is more for believers of the covenant and of the vows that are made. If you don't believe in the covenant that's being made or the vows that are being made one to another, the marriage isn't for you anyway. And that's okay.
If y'all ain't believing in the covenant because y'all, yeah, thank you. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm gonna
That is the most beneficial statement a beneficiary could make. Your comment literally shows that you have no concept of losing. Everything about you with the marriage is going to be it's a zero-sum game for that guy. You understand the covenant, but you don't understand that I don't care what covenant, what religion, blah, blah, blah. In America, the rules are still the same.
But understand what I'm saying is
with everything, my boy.
What I'm saying is, well, let me say another thing. One thing, it's not always the men that come out on the bottom. Sometimes because they go into it and the woman is on top, the man comes out on the top. That is possible.
Right. 90% of the want to say for man and woman. No, 90% of the want to say for man and woman.
It's not 90%. That number is somewhere like 96%.
It doesn't even matter. There is an opportunity. There is a trend.
Of course it does. That's the part of the problem. You want us to look over that and say, you want us to look over that 96%.
I want you to look at the whole picture. Because you're making a statement as if just because the statistics are high that I can't recognize what the problem is or what you perceive as a problem. And that's the man coming out being the loser and the divorce. But like I said, coming from a different point of view.
Let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you guys a question. Does anybody have any idea what the divorce rate is today?
I think
I'll give it about 70%.
I don't think it's that high here.
It's not.
I mean,
I'm still thinking about 55%.
Okay. So first of all, this thing about the relationship maybe ending in a divorce, and then the man has a 96% of losing everything. It's not that high that it's going to happen that way, because the divorce rate is around 50%, something like that. But anyway, go ahead.
You saying the divorce rate is 50%? The divorce rate is 50% amongst all Americans.
Well, I'm not going to say that. The divorce. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think in the black community it may be a little higher. I think black community may be higher.
Way higher.
But I think overall in America, the divorce rate is around 50%. It's been that way for a long time. But I think looking over here at our demographic, I think we're a little higher.
Yeah, and I probably would agree with that. I'm having Nikki look it up now, but I'd probably agree with that, Jackie. That probably among and you brought the point up, Aaron. Probably among black folk, the divorce rate probably is a little higher than what it is for everybody else. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think Asians probably got the lowest divorce rate. I think Asian got the lowest divorce rate. I think following by it after them is Hispanic or Middle East. I think their rates are very low.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think women understand like the simple math of divorce.
Let me hold up. I got Nikki brought some statistics here, and what it says here says the divorce rate in African Americans. It says right here, the rate peaked at approximately 34 divorces per 1,000 married individuals in 2025. That's low.
That's way lower than I expected.
Yeah. So maybe I'm reading it wrong, but let me just read it word for word here. It says the rate peaked at approximately 34.0 divorces per 1,000 married individuals in 2025. It says with the highest rates observed among women ages 35 to 44. This figure represents the peak rate among all demographic groups examined, highlighting the persistent challenges faced by this community. So it's still saying that the divorce rate is highest among blacks. But go ahead.
What did they say the number was from 35 to 40?
Oh, it says, let's see, let me read it word for word here. It says with the highest rate, oh man, let me go back here for a second. I'm gonna have to get Nikki to go back there because I just lost it. But yeah, it was 34. I think it was for women 34 to 30 something. It was higher for those women in that age group, 30 something to 34, something like that.
Which is the typical age for a woman who thinks she needs to go and find herself.
Yeah. And see, Aaron, I have to tell you, brother.
That's the man that thinks that he needs to go and find himself, but keep her at home.
You realize like this?
Hold on, Jack. When a man says he wants to go and find himself, he buys a Corvette. He doesn't leave his wife.
He goes and buys a Corvette and goes find a younger woman. But again, we think that women are supposed to just be okay with that because men are supposed to be.
He cheats with her. He cheats with her. He don't throw it down the way because he cheats with her.
Hey, let me throw out another statistic. Let me throw out another statistic here. It says U.S. divorce rates hits 50-year low. It says only 40% of first marriages now end in divorce. Now, I will tell you this. I had when I wrote my book, the second marriages, the divorce rate's higher. Third marriages, divorce rate's higher. It gets really crazy. When you get up around your third or fourth divorce and you marry again, the chances of you divorcing is up around like 80%. So, but anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So I tell you what.
That's why I'm not doing this.
I tell you what. I tell you what. Do we still have Alicia on? Alicia, are you still on?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Girl, what is going on with you? What is going on with you? You've been awful quiet. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm listening.
You just want to keep listening on this one?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just over here listening.
Okay, then. All right, then.
This.
Go ahead. We'll continue.
Let me throw this in there. I think one of the reasons the divorce rate is at a 50-year low is right after COVID. When all those women realized, when a lot of women realized they started losing their damn job, and all of a sudden realized, hold up, let me make a financial decision to stay with this man that I don't want to be with.
But why does the negative have to be the first thing that you assume?
Because guess what? What do you mean why is the negative? That's what we're talking about. It's negative everywhere when it comes to marriage and relationships.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Why is it that you think because that the first thing you assume is because women?
You think we got more love? You think we got more loving relationships today than we had 10 years ago?
No, I don't.
Okay, then well, that answers the question.
Even back then, women had a certain expectation of a man. Back then, I just heard y'all say, you go in a situation and it's you gotta pick it out, as if that's not both ways. Like I constantly hear what women always think. Just because you date it doesn't truly know how you know how a woman thinks. It's like y'all sum every woman created and put them all in a box.
You know the most like the most misinterpreted part about that particular like sentence is that you act like we're not listening to what they're saying. See, women have a microphone now, so I no longer have to guess what you're thinking because they're not shutting up.
Well, let me one second here, brother Aaron. Let me address what Alicia's saying, and I think that's been my problem, and I think this is Rachel's problem. What sometimes what you and Jackie be talking about. Let me just ask you this, brother Aaron. Do you think that and Jackie can answer this too? Do you think 100% of the women that you guys are talking about? Do you think that there's 100% of the women in the black community, 100% of those women are like what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
That's all.
Not at all.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing: the 20% that don't are unavailable.
So you're saying approximately. Let me finish. So you're saying approximately 80% do fit in that box.
If you had to give statistical relevance, you wouldn't say 1 in 5.
Okay.
Don't fit in that box. Could you realistically argue that 1 in 5 don't fit in that box? Could you realistically argue 2 in 5 fits in that box? 3 in 5 fits in that box?
I think this is another conversation that not only breaks down into gender, but you have to look at generational effects as well. The generation. The younger the woman, the more likely to carry that attitude that you're talking.
It's the younger women. I know you can land it right. It's a bunch of old women out here in their 40s and 50s that still out here fighting for the same man that's looking at their 25-year-old daughter. Stop it.
It may be a few of them, but they're not the majority in that age group. And until you can bring these statistics out there.
You're not out there. You're not out there.
I've never dealt with a woman.
Go ahead, Alicia.
I've
Alicia.
never had a friend who's jealous of her own daughter. Maybe that's the circle because you'll keep listening to other podcasts and this is what they run with. But bro, we got to focus on what we've experienced. I've never experienced that, and I'm 40 years old.
Give me the women that
woman that was jealous of her own daughter.
They never gonna say it. Women are smart enough not to say it. They don't teach their daughters how to go to have a better situation than they have. Fathers are. Hold on, Aaron. Watch this. A father is the. Hold on. You said I ain't say anything. A father is the only man that in my life that legitimately wants me to do better than him. I legitimately want my children to do better than me. I don't think that's a lot of women, because if they did, and you felt that, and this is who you are inherently, you would teach your daughters and your sons how to go be better than you. The conversation and the messaging you will have with those children, you will put your children in better positions, and you be the sacrifice. If you can't teach them, get out the way, let the father do it. If you can't teach them, get out the way, let a coach do it. But no, you want to be involved.
I disagree with you, Jackie, and what women teach their daughters.
You can disagree with me all day long. They don't have the results that you taught them better.
I disagree with what you're saying because I'm in that age. I'm in that age bracket. I know the people around.
Jackie,
But
let Rachel talk. Let Rachel talk for a second. Go ahead, Rachel.
Like I explained to you before, you have to look at, just because you think that their parent may be in my generation, you look back from my generation on, we have about 6 generations of teen parents.
And those teen parents and those teen mothers was yelling back then. They didn't need a man. There's a whole 60-minute video that was done on it. 60 minutes of the show on it with Mike Wallace.
But what I'm saying is they're not in this age group. And those children that were children of teen parents, because they were raised by teen parents and had the same mentality, those are teen parents. That's not who we're talking about. I'm talking about the women in my age group. Because in my generation, we did not have a large number of teen parents.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. What are you talking about? Yes, you did.
Not in comparison to the generations behind you. Not in comparison to the generation behind you.
Okay.
And I know this from teaching adolescent health for 15 years. So when you're being raised by a kid, here you have the mentality of a kid. But women that are mature, they're not jealous of their daughters. They're not out there trying to take their daughters in.
When did she become mature? When that daughter when did she become mature?
Well,
when did that woman become mature?
I forgot what movie it was, right?
That mother that's supposed to be teaching that daughter, when did she become mature? After she done messed up that child and try to and had to circle back and try to scrub the platform or scrub the surface and start teaching them differently. At that point, it's too late.
You know, the thing here is, it's like, okay, I think wasn't no parent perfect going in.
No one mentioned.
Jackie, do me a favor. Jackie, hold up, Alicia. Hold up, Alicia. Alicia, hold up a minute. Could y'all all do me a favor? When one person is talking, please allow them to go ahead, make their point, and then you chime in. But when you chiming in, when they still making their point, all we get is garble. So for right now, Alicia, go ahead. You were saying something.
I said that we don't get the chance to just call out one here. Like, if we're gonna talk about it, we want to talk about it all. We can't put a mother in a box. We're not gonna do the daddy. It's just what it is, especially when it comes down to the children. At the end of the day, we were still created differently. Women were raised to love. Men was raised to stir. They laid the rules down, and the woman was to follow. Now, I ain't saying every woman was perfect in that. Absolutely not. But we all play a part in this, not just the mothers.
Let me ask the question then. Let me ask the question then, Alicia. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Why is it that it's 2026 and women just can't sit there with their dog in that fight and say, this is where we screwed up and ain't got nothing to do with me? It ain't got nothing to do with the other side. Because men, this is what, we done it. We do it amongst ourselves all the time. That's part of the problem. This is, no, you don't get to cut me off now. This is my point. This is part of the problem. Men do this amongst ourselves. If there's a sorry dude around us, we just know he's a sorry dude. We're telling him not to do X, Y, Z. He gonna go do his own thing. But we understand that, bro. We got involved in the fight, and we have these conversations amongst ourselves. Men, and even on podcast platforms, men tell other men, get your soft ass shit together. I'll never hear women, and matter of fact, when women come on platform and they start holding women accountable, y'all start calling them pick-me. Y'all start shaming the decent, women start shaming decent. Pop, Lisa, stop. Pop said, don't be quiet. Be quiet.
Of dealing with
Pop said, be quiet when I was talking. Then Pop makes the rules of the show. He said, stop talking while I'm talking. I'm gonna make this one last statement. Then I'm gonna shut up. Women. These women are calling those women that are holding them accountable pick me. That's a term. That's a term that started by women and is said by women. No man is calling a woman a pick me. We're calling that woman a wife.
Okay, was that you, Rachel, had something to say? Or was it Alicia?
That was Alicia, but I just had something to say. But go ahead, Alicia.
Yeah, go ahead, Alicia.
I'm gonna say this. When you turn that mirror around and focus on yourself, that energy you use for what's the front. I live a lifestyle of being in women's face every day. I am the one holding accountability. So we can't put every woman in the box. Again, my focus is women. It ain't men. It's to deal with, because I know my mistakes. And I feel that energy is stirred towards the next nigga that's doing this bull crap that we speak of, that's the same that we're speaking of about women. Guess what? And holding our own accountable, we get a lot further. And we can't say that these women don't exist. I see them every day. You just said that they don't exist, but then they're getting called pick-me's. But what about the ones in the comments that's saying there's something totally different? Because they there. I'm reading them every day.
Right. And she was forced into that situation. Now she has a situation that I don't want to deal with. Of course she's a pick-me today. She needs somebody. She wasn't always that. Most likely won't be that when you actually are providing exactly what she needs. Here's the thing that like we miss about that portion. No matter what you do for a person, if you do it long enough, they think they're deserving of it. They don't think that what you're doing for them is worthy of their appreciation.
So your wife serving you, I want you to remember that at some point she's gonna get tired.
Say that again?
I said then you should have that same mindset when it comes down to a wife. I know women who've been wives 30, 40 years, right, who doesn't get tired of serving their man.
Right, but that's 30 are married. Right. That's what I said. Wives are married. Like the 20%, there's another portion of this conversation already out the way.
I think Rachel had a point. I think
but
Rachel.
Too, and so I'm listening.
Go ahead. I think Rachel had a point too.
I just wanted to say to what Jackie was saying about women holding other women accountable. We hold one another accountable, but it's like this. Let me give you an analogy. I have three sisters. I said, I'm going to give you an analogy. I have three sisters. Sometimes those sisters do things that are wrong. I will drag them over the coals. But if I hear somebody else dragging them over the coals, I'm going to take up for my sister. Because we take care of that at home.
That's the problem.
No, that's not a problem. Because I'm not going to, I'm not going to down my sister in front of a man that is looking for ammunition to use against her. So when I see a woman doing something wrong, I'm definitely going to tell her. I hold her accountable. This is what I do, but I would not do it in front of you.
If Aaron's out there in the street doing something, let him know out there in the streets he's messed up. Put on it. And I don't care who's around. I don't care who's around. Now, bro, get it together.
No.
And guess what? He better not let me clown out there in the street and have my slip hanging, and he don't check me on that. Absolutely not. That's the difference.
If you want to pull him to the side, if you have any respect for your brother, you're not doing it in the middle of town square. And this is what I'm talking about for my women.
It's not a disrespect.
Times Square.
If I caught him in Times Square, that's where you get checked in Times Square.
You're not going to do it in front of everybody. You're going to pull him to the side and let him know what's going on.
Bullshit.
Well, I
Hold on,
think,
that's
I
not how
think,
that
You're
works.
not going to do it in front of
I
everybody.
think what we're,
I don't care what you're
hold
talking
up a
about.
second, guys. Hold up a second, guys.
That's
I
a lie.
think,
The reason I didn't
I-
do it in front of everybody is because I've been doing it before.
yeah, I think what's happening.
Everybody else already know.
I don't care what the reason is. I don't care what the reason is.
Hold up a second, guys.
I'm going to
I
hold my
think,
sister
hold up,
accountable, but I'm
hold
not
up,
doing it in your face.
hold up a
So
second.
you told your
I
sister.
called it where you
Hold
was
up a
at,
second, guys.
believe me. If
Hold up a second,
Okay.
guys. Hold up a second, please. Hold up a second. I think one of the things that we're doing right now is we got two women on and we got three guys on, and what's happening is the men are looking at it from a man's. You're doing what I did, okay? Men are looking at it from a man's perspective, and the women are looking at it from a woman's perspective. I'm not saying who's right and who's wrong. All I'm saying is, listening at this conversation at this point, it appears to me that men are looking at it from a man's perspective and women are looking at it from a woman's perspective. I think what we're going to do here in about 10 minutes or so, we're going to bring this session to a close. But another thing I want to point out to Jackie and Aaron, now remember how this podcast started with me eating humble pie. But I have to say this, and I think Alicia mentioned it, and I think Rachel's referencing it. You guys, just think about how long we've been on this podcast. We've been on this podcast for about a year. And we do talk about women frequently. I have to be honest with you guys, and you might want to think about this. I haven't heard you, like I think Alicia was saying, I haven't heard you guys talk positively about women. They don't do anything. They don't do anything positive.
things that they do positive or not positive to mention on the podcast.
Okay.
Say that again.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I think I heard you right when I was out.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I'm telling you, man. Like
Wow.
there's a 20%. Like I get it, and I'll be the first to say that out loud. I think I've said that a couple of times so far. But if we're having a conversation about the 20%, I can go with you on that. But right now we're having a conversation about the majority, because where you get change at is majority. You never get change from a small minority. They call them cults, their own groups, pick-me's, blah blah blah. So simply put, man, if we're having the conversation about the majority, this is what I see from the majority, and it's a joke.
Okay. You was gonna say something about Jackie?
And I look, and then guess what? This is gonna be tricky. I don't think there's any woman like that. I don't think there's any good woman that's been good by herself. She's been good through the direction of a man.
The
Women should.
Wow, y'all are taking me out today.
Is that Rachel?
Y'all
Guess
saying
what?
some stuff that's so ridiculous. Oh my God.
I'm gonna go a step further. The women that have been good by themselves, they didn't stay by themselves long. The ones that have been good, they've been good. They was by themselves. They was good. Matter of fact, they got out the way. Out the way. I don't think there's too many things that women touch by themselves that they make better overall.
Can I ask a question, Jackie?
Go
Can
ahead,
I ask a
Rachel.
question?
Go ahead, Rachel.
That's why we want to. Go ahead.
We say that a woman can't raise a man. How can you say that a woman is only good because a man, I guess what you were saying, was taught her to be that way?
Say that again?
So you said any woman that's good is because of the leading of a man. That's the only reason she's a good woman.
Typically, yes.
If a woman can't raise a man, how do you think that a man can make a woman, a good woman? You can get somebody to be a pliable woman to be a good woman for you.
We know that.
But does that make her a good woman? But does that make her a good woman in general?
For me, yes. That's why I'm calling her grooming. I'm grooming her for me. What are you talking about?
No, because you said that in a general sense. that any woman
Yes,
that's
in the general
good,
sense.
she's only good because of a man.
I said she got this. I said through the directions of a man.
Through the directions of a man. So
Correct.
a man can direct a woman to be good, but a woman can't raise a man, can't raise a boy to be a man. It don't make sense. Make it make sense to me.
She can't raise a man at all.
But a man can make a woman, direct a woman to be a good woman.
To be a better woman.
Yeah, I deny that thing.
No, now that I do find I don't agree with it, because truth be told, I think good women are raised. Like, I don't think the same way I feel good men become good men because they find a woman that was raised. I don't think either or happens without that process. Like, I've never just seen a very, very, good or a happy dude who couldn't get relationships or couldn't, involve himself in that way with women. Like, truth be told, there's a level of simply put, man, like, I have to have a purpose in order to be that. Like, there has to be something that just makes me cut that level of animal off him. Like, because being a good guy around guys is not the most positive thing. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
Correct. It's not.
Aaron, that's another conversation we have to have that me and Jackie had about whether or not you can cut that animal off. But that's a conversation for another day.
I mean, yeah, that may be true.
After 40. After 40. After 40.
Like, you don't.
After 40.
You don't. Okay, here's the thing. If I cut it off for her, but I still need it when I walk outside, who did I benefit? Because I'm going to lose her for not having it if I walk outside and keep getting my ass whooped. She's going to see me as somebody who can't protect her. She's going to see me as someone who can't do this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, telling them to cut that off is I think is a level of understanding the most.
That's not the portion of the animal I'm talking about.
I mean,
Yeah, don't want to talk about the portion that they disagree with. She wants you to be a dog when it comes to her protecting, but be a mouse when it comes to sexual exploitation, sexual running the street. Nah, you don't get to have it both ways.
That's asking a lion to change his nature.
Thank you.
I think Alicia, you had something to say?
Wait, I'm just listening, Pop.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right, guys. I tell you what. Again, we didn't get through everything I wanted to cover, but we got through a lot. And
Pop, I don't think that's the goal ever to get through everything you got to say. So it's not going to happen.
but I think this has been a good conversation, and we're going to go ahead and continue. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to give each of you guys, opportunity like we always do to kind of finish it out, and then we'll just pick it up on next week on the next episode. So Jackie, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead and have your say, brother.
Well, look here, I'm saying all the trigger and shit today. Look, I think the men need to go off and go get our shit together. I think we need to come together. I think the men need to go get our stuff together. POP, purpose over, and you finish the last sheet. You know what it is. Get that, go get your stuff together and quit chasing. And I think we need to start having these conversations when they're about 10, 11, 12 years old. Start that conversation there. I digress.
All right. Good input. Okay, brother Aaron.
Truth be told, man, I will be the first person to admit I am the wrong person to ask relationship advice from. It's the reason why I don't give relationship advice. Like, you can ask any friend I've ever had if I was ever able to give them relationship advice, and I would say 95% of them would say no. Just for the simple fact of, I don't think that you're willing to go through what I was willing to go through to get out of it. So simply put, I don't have a dog in that fight. The other side of it is, I know what it would take in order for me to be in one, and what it's going to take. What that would take is someone who was a better person, a better humanitarian than me before I ever showed up. So if that wasn't your history, I know that simply put, me and you are never gonna work out. And we can have the greatest of time, but we're just never gonna work out.
Yeah, but see, I disagree with you when you say you don't have great relationship advice, because like I said, you give me some advice and had me rethink some things, and so I do think differently on some things. Now I will say, you and brother Jackie, you guys, as far as I'm concerned, you guys, y'all got some work to do. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get in a whole lot of
Hey,
detail,
yeah.
but I think you two brothers, y'all got a lot of good stuff, but I think y'all still got some work to do when it comes to women in general. But okay, all right, go ahead. You got last comment, brother Jackie or Aaron?
I'm a broken clock twice a day too, man.
Okay, all right, brother. All right, Alicia. I mean, excuse me, Rachel. We'll go to Alicia. We'll go to Alicia. Go ahead, Alicia.
Look, Pop, I'm gonna say this. There's hope, and that's all I'm gonna say. Hey,
I
look,
agree.
they're husbands, and they're gonna make great husbands, both of them.
Yeah, I
But I think I'm gonna say this. I think as a community, there is work to be done. There is definitely work to be done in both departments. But the thing is this: I can no longer say I want to focus on men. You know, I feel like it's important for these young girls to 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 start right where we are with the young women. Yes, I've had my mistakes, you know, and guess what? I don't want to see the next young girl go through some of the things that I went through, like some of the things that I went through. So, no, I do tell women, you know, often, and it's times where I'm not even friends with certain people now because of it. I've majority of my gang is lost because of that, you know.
You
So
say that up again. You said the majority of your what? What happened, Alicia? Say it again.
my gang, like the female that was in my circle,
Can
like
I
the
say
reason
something?
why we're not friends today.
Can I say something regarding that?
Yeah.
Now, Rachel, even in Alicia's own personal world, when she started holding women accountable, because I know when she did it, her friendship went down. Her friend girls went down 90% in her own world.
It did.
When she started holding her female friends accountable to their actions, they stopped talking to Alicia.
But then, and I also realized there were other women out here that thought like me.
Right. Our own women that got it together, I learned differently, can't hold other women accountable. It ain't got nothing to do with the men. Go talk to the women out there that need help and see how many people invite you back to have a conversation with her next week.
And see, and that's why I just said I feel like it's important for us to focus on the women, and it's important for men to focus on the men, because through our experience, there are some things that can be taught. Like, let's be real here. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stop. You can have a 2-minute conversation with someone and know, "No, I'm good. I don't want no parts of that."
okay.
You can have a 2-minute conversation, and you may not even understand why, but something is telling you is off. Something telling you is off. So
I had a mentor that was Kevin Samuels before Kevin Samuels. The first time he and I began to talk back in like 2003, told me that the woman I was about to marry at that time wasn't gonna last. I laughed at him.
Say that
Turned
again,
out he was
Jackie.
right.
He said if a woman talks about what? I missed that.
No, the woman that I was about to marry, he told me she wasn't the wife. Turned out he was right. But he also told me, Jack, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her dating a man like you.
He was also
He was also right. He was also right. So my point is this. He made a comment to me, this is like 2015, 2016, that, hey, bro, sometimes I don't tell you this because I'm thinking it's going to hurt your feelings. I told him straight up, F my feelings. You got to give it and keep giving it until it sits with me and resonates. Forget how I feel about it. If it's right, I'm the idiot if I don't listen to you and I'm not, and you right. I had to get that grimy with it to begin to change. That's when the change started for me. So There you have it. I digress. I know Rich got to say what she got to say.
All right. Good comments. All right, Rachel.
I would like to say great conversation. And Aaron, you are going to make a wonderful husband one day. Believe it or not. And
Yeah,
Jackie, I do recognize. What you say, Aaron?
a polygamous husband.
A husband nonetheless. A husband nonetheless.
And I do realize that when we hold one another accountable, when we're not ready to change, we do get defensive. I didn't say that holding people accountable was easy and that they accepted it, but I'm still going to hold them accountable. There's a scripture that says, one plant, one water, but God is going to get the increase. My job sometimes is the plant, sometimes it's the water, but the increase is on the person, whether or not they want to do better. As a community, we need to do better. My job is to plant and water. That's all I can do.
Before we go, I want to add a level of clarification to me saying that I'll never get married, right? I understand how horrible it sounds when women are saying what a man would have to have in order for them to take them serious. And in order for me to take everything that I'm building away from the child that I plan to give it to, he would have to come into that situation not needing me and never needing me in the near or far off future. So because I'm not okay with saying that out loud, I'd rather go with, you know what, man, I'm just never going to get married. Like that's not in the cards for me.
And that's cool. I mean,
And I think that's
still
admirable.
Yeah. You may not realize this, but you only 41. You still a young man. So yeah. But I think it's good that that you have the attitude that you have. At least you've thought about this, and you're not rushing into it one way or the other. You're giving a lot of thought, and so I think that's good. Okay, guys. So I think we've came to a close on this session. We got a lot more to discuss on this topic. A lot of stuff I haven't gotten to that I'm going to get through it, whether y'all want to or not. We're going to get through it. But I appreciate all you've given us today. Audience, I hope you also, listeners, I hope you also appreciate it. Again, we're still looking for feedback from you, some ways that we can help improve the podcast. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off.
Think it through, people.